Okay, so outside of my store here, you can see there's Cave Creek Road, right? Which is the main thoroughfare that drives by my shop. Here's my big black truck. I tell everybody to look for my big black truck. If they see my truck, they know I'm here. American flag, obviously. And the visibility is not that great because of the trees out here. So what I did was I added a banner, and I made sure that that was cool with the landlord before I did that. So if you walk either up the ramp for handicap access, or you come from the stairs next to the Outlaw Beauty Bar over by the girls, and you come up to my front door, I got a big flashy open sign so everybody can see when I'm here. Here's the front of my shop. Come in the door. I got my swag over here to the left. I get custom t-shirts made locally. I've got a little extra Galotech that's still waiting to get put up. And then I've got my artwork stuff. So I'm a big funny car, like hot rod guy. So I've got some of these posters up here. These were done by Kobe Govertz, who is Church on Instagram. Then I've got some old boars. I've got some Remington signs. I've got my Tony Montana. I've got my F1 from Indy print. I've got some old school, like hot rods, dragsters, some more mounts, some more Kobe Govertz stuff. I got a nice big comfy couch, right? You want to hang out. I got a 70-inch TV. We sit here and we watch IndyCar, we watch drag races, we watch podcasts. The ammo and my accessories I'm trying to phase out right now because I'm moving in a different direction with the business. This is all going to be machine gun display right here. We're trying to be the biggest machine gun guys on the West Coast. Other storage for hard cases, more deers, the TV. This is my biggest safe here. I told you guys I put my guns away every single night. I do not leave anything out on the wall. This is a 100-gun safe, okay? And believe it or not, Home Depot, best place to buy it. I mean, a safe is a safe. I'm not looking for fire protection or water protection. I live in Arizona. I'm not expecting any floods in the store anytime soon. Got some more art from my bud, Mike Tucci. He does these nail art pieces, and we put a couple of these on display just in case somebody would buy them. I got an A10 Pilot, who's one of my customers. Rip, of course. Very little in terms of like promotion stuff. I don't let people leave a lot of stuff in my store because you will have all kinds of crap in here. You'll have yoga studios, you'll have DJs coming or the bands next door at Janie's. I don't want any of that stuff in my store. This is a gun store. People are coming in here to buy guns, look at guns, gawk at guns for some of our foreign customers, and then go about their business, okay? Here's another thing I'm trying to phase out. Had a display case with a lot of optics in it, red dots and whatnot. Some mounts. I got some GBRS stuff left in there, some Medford knives, some half-face blades. I ran a little couple Trijicon parts and pieces. I have some Surefire lights in there and some other stuff, but this will be going away as well. Okay, so here's my Galotech wall, right? This stuff is fantastic. Modular. AR-15s here. A little bit of vintage stuff here, like right in the middle, I've got a Gewehr 41 Walther. I've got a real Israeli Galil. I've got, under the cover there is a SETME, a Mars SETME Spanish battle rifle. And then there's a HK SR9, more modern stuff. I got a old school Uzi, old school MAC-10. This is a B&T 10mm SPC, badass gun. And shotguns, sporting shotguns, lever guns. So you see, I just kind of categorized all of it. So if somebody comes in here and they're like, hey, I like that gun over there, I'm going to go walk over here. And then I get to look at all the lever guns in one place. It made the most sense in terms of like categories, if you will. A couple of Gunworks guns. All this stuff right here is on consignment. None of these guns are mine. I get 15% of whatever sells in the store that you bring me. I don't care how long it sits in here. Another piece of artwork. This gentleman lives in Desert Mountain, made me this American flag. Some more guns. And then, of course, the glass cases. These are cases that I was talking about in the other video that I got out of a plaster sculpture studio down in Old Town, right? I got all my guns in there. Got some SIGs. Got some Smiths. A lot of this stuff is like what you could find at gun stores around town, but then a lot of the stuff isn't. A couple of Zaveri Glocks, EAA Brat, double stack, Springfield operator, TRP operator. This is like the OG operator, first gen. There's an Ed Brown. I got revolvers, like I like 44 mag, that's a mountain gun. Got a 1940 Ace down there, 22 caliber. This is a Stealth Hunter Smith & Wesson. And Smith 686 Smith. I got some other vintage guns up here. Freedom Arms, Long Slide Clark. That's a 1930 unfired King Super Target. Sig guys came in here the other day, paid me a visit. And then in the back, I've got my office, right? So I have an admin that works with me. We'll talk about that later, depending on how busy you get, like how much admin do you have to do, because it turns into a lot of paperwork and it has to be right. Because if they come in here to do an audit and your paperwork's not right, you're going to hear about it and they can potentially shut you down. With the difference in the administration now, it's not really likely, but you want to keep all that stuff tight. So we do a lot of electronic record keeping as much as possible, because you can't really make any mistakes. And if you do make any mistakes, they're easy to fix clerically. Not so much in terms of like the bound book, but the rest of the records that you're keeping, you know, whether it's customer information or what have you, right? We used to do a lot of repairs and parts, and so I have some of that stuff back here, but I'm trying to phase that out as well. Boxes, obviously, for all the firearms that we have in the store that are for sale. And then the rest of my safes. This over here, this is the first big safe I bought. This is a 50 gun safe. You know, everybody have a hard time dragging this out of here. A lot of rifles that I can't put on display right now. There's a post-sample M60 in the back. There's a AI back there, 5-barrel kit. And that's a real Tommy gun, baby, right there with the FBI case. Waiting to get transferred out to one of my customers. A lot of suppressors waiting for people to buy. And then, you know, second safe, not too exciting. A lot of organizers, keep the guns separated from each other when we put them away at night. And what's in the third one over here? Oh, there's an unfired AK-47 up there, a Polytech, that somebody brought me in on consignment. Let's see, what do we got up here? Glock 19X machine gun with the switch. A lot of post-sample machine guns down there that we use for our machine gun rental, for our executive machine gun outings. And then just, you know, other stuff. There's my helmet. Here's some more boxes. Lots of hard cases.